Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. As you guys can see, I'm reacting to season 1, episode 3 of The Winter King. And last episode definitely left off on kind of a cliffhanger where Durful, Nimue, and all of their little people from Avalon, they were escaping, trying to get back to Caer Cadaern, and Gunleus catches them. And respect to Durful. Durful was like, yo, you're not getting the king. You're not getting baby Mordred. I'm going to protect him with my life. And Durful was about it. He was like, I'm about to fight. I'm going to fight you and I'm going to kill you. Because he's mad at Gunleus for, assaulting Nimue. And he's like really close. They're really close. They're good friends. And possibly he has sort of like this infatuation with Nimue. So respect to Durful for wanting to fight Gunleus. And so they're about to get essentially slaughtered by Gunleus's people because Gunleus is trying to kill baby Mordred so he can take over the Demnonia essentially. And our boy Arthur comes through. Let's go, Arthur. Arthur comes through and him and his men are throwing spears and he just shows up like, what up though? So last episode, from a book reader's perspective, was very, very close to what the books are. In terms of Gunleus coming and ransacking Avalon, to Nimue being assaulted, to them escaping, to Durful killing his first person. I think that's it's significant in the books, like Durful killing his first person. In the show, it's a little bit different. He's kind of more confident and he's taking the lead in that situation. In the books, it's the opposite. It's the other man. He's a carpenter, I believe. And he kind of like is the strong one, and Durful's really, really nervous. And he tells, we got to go kill these Gunleus's men to protect the women and children and, everyone else that escaped. But in the show, Durful's very confident. He's like, yo, I got this. I'm going to do this. So I can see little Durful. He's about it. Like, he really like showed himself in this episode. The big part about last episode was I was so shocked that they actually showed Gunleus stabbing their baby, Rala's baby. Rala is the woman that was holding the baby. They really, they showed it. I thought they were gonna, cut away. Nah. So, okay, we stabbing babies in this show. Okay, all right. But all of this happens in the books. The baby gets stabbed, Norwina gets killed, Rala's baby gets killed, Mordred stays alive, and Arthur kind of comes in and saves the day. So I'm very interested to see how they portray these next few scenes, because in the books, I don't know what's going to happen in the episode yet, but in the books, they defeat Gunleus. Owain takes Gunleus' wife, and Owain is like kind of a bad dude. He's a really strong, kind of boisterous character, in the books, and he's like he doesn't really have like a lot of morals, I'll say that. And so he takes Gunleus' wife and he's like just assaulting her like all the time. And by assaulting, yes, I mean that kind of assault. But I'm not going to say it because that's a little bit too much. So I want to see like how the aftermath of Arthur taking these people. Is Owain going to be a part of holding them prisoner, and is he going to be very sort of abusive to and just kind of see how Arthur handles these prisoners? Because in the books, Arthur is he's very thoughtful in his approach to things. He doesn't just go, hey, this guy tried to kill my, brother or, nephew. I'm going to kill him and that's going to be it. He's very methodical in that way. And maybe to his own detriment. I'm not going to get too much into it, but it's going to be interesting to see how he navigates it as from the show perspective. So I'm super excited. I'm just going to get right into it. Make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you like my reactions. And here we go. Ooh, let's go, Arthur. Oh, you done messed up now, Aaron. You done messed up now. And it's Only them two left. Ooh. You lost, bruh. I really like the actor that plays Gunleus, though. I think he's doing a really good job portraying Gunleus. Like, he's the better actor out of a lot of these other characters. He just sunned you, bruh. He said you ain't about to do nothing. Take this L. Take that L, bruh. The Winter King.
It can't be.
Yes, Gunleus betrayed y'all, because of course he would. Again, I don't understand why King Uther like trusted him at all. I don't get the logic. Didn't in the books, don't now.
The Atlantic King. Praise be. The Lord has shown us a miracle, Bedwyr. And Gunleus.
We kill him!
Yes!
Nimwe's like, we kill him, period.
And raped our druidess. But the gods are still with her.
Gunleus, Hatmare, King of Siluria. The gods rejoice in your death. I am Merlin's druidess, and I demand my sacrifice.
See, Arthur got to come in and like think before he just start, rage and kill people.
Brother, are you mad?
Why are you doing this?
Killing Gunleus will not bring peace to Britain.
It'll bring peace to me.
She said, I don't care about none of that. That man raped me.
You'd put this traitor in our father's chamber.
Trust me, sister.
That's bold, Arthur. I'd be mad too. I'd be like, but why they gotta put him in our father's room though? Nah, he can go in the dungeon like everybody else.
You will know pain like my pain. And you will be punished.
Ooh. I mean, I'm not mad at Nimue. I'd be mad too. Like, she's right to feel the way she does.
King Gunleus will bring you food and water.
Your father smelled you for a bastard traitor, Arthur. You stay away until the old man dies, and then you seize your chance.
Ooh. I mean, Leia's got a point. and King Uther did feel that way towards Arthur. Oh, your little rejected side piece, Nimue got your back, Durful.
Merlin told me the gods are like mist, drifting, fading. They'll protect us. But if we deny them, we're lost. I thought Arthur would understand, but he doesn't. He doesn't understand anything.
Nimue is about her religion, period. She's a druidess. She's basically a disciple of her religion. And Arthur, I don't think he's not really, doesn't care about religion that much. The gods, God, he's like, eh.
Do you love me? Hold out your palm. Helinia.
Oh, she sees something.
My life is yours.
In the books, this does happen, but I think this scene happens before Gunleus comes and attacks Avalon. This happens, and they make this like, Nimue and Durful make this like blood pact essentially. But they did that blood pact in the books. They did that at Avalon, or the Tor. They call it the Tor in the books, but Avalon.
The Saxons are in Calaver.
Every spring, more boats come and more Saxons press west towards us. We'll all be Saxons soon. Truly, Britain bleeds. Think about staying. Please.
Look at little baby Mordred.
If he was alive now, he'd be so grateful to you.
Would he though? He like hated Arthur.
Why are you keeping him alive, Arthur? It's both madness and dangerous. You know what he's capable of.
I've learned that powerful men are more useful alive than dead.
Are they though? Don't make the same mistake as your father, Arthur, and trust in Gunleus. He's literally shown you, hey, don't trust me, because I'll lie to you. I do see conversations online about Durfel's wig. Yo, it's so bad. It really is bad. Like, I don't know what they were thinking. They could have, instead of using the wig, they should have used extensions.
Who of you knew my lord when he was a boy?
Arthur was often at Avalon. We all knew him.
With a sword's edge against bales of hay.
Arthur's talked about my father.
Of course. He likes to tell stories of growing up in Britain. He never forgets those he loves.
He talked of me.
What is your name?
Therefore.
I don't remember. Oh. The Death Pit Boy!
Oh, it's you! Is that what he calls me? Hey, we've heard your story so many times. 1, 2...
Oh, God, I'm gonna stick in my heart now, but die!
You know Durfel loves that. Again, in the books, Durfel loves Arthur. Like, he looks at him, like, in adoration. So the fact that he knows that Arthur talks about him probably just makes him love him even more.
In Dumnonia, this will keep you safe. It's my father's seal.
The Pendragon.
Hey, be careful.
They've tried, huh? But they haven't managed yet. I'll be back before you know it. I mean it, huh?
A little French accent. I have since learned that the land of Gaul is like modern day France. So that makes sense why he has a French accent, because he's from, it wasn't called France back then, it was called Gaul, but you know, yeah. I'm learning my European history, you guys, because I'm a history girly.
Death Pit Boy. Yes, love.
I mean, that was a very traumatic moment for him, you guys. Like, let's not, I guess you could look back and laugh at things, but like, oof.
Without you, the whole group may not have lived. It was Nimue who gave me the courage to fight back. God spoke to her. I'm glad the gods have not deserted her. I she must think I have.
Nimue is pissed. That man that assaulted her, raped her, tried to take away her power, and you just like, oh, he's gonna live. I mean, I get Arthur's thinking the bigger picture, but she ain't trying to think about all that. Merlin, come back, Merlin. What is that? What's happening? What does she see? Or is that just like her trauma? She sees her trauma? Maybe? I don't know what that was.
Maybe I could ride into battle with you. Would you want to kill men? If there was a good reason for it. There often isn't. And you have to sacrifice much. Friends, family. I have no family. You have to put your warrior brothers before everything. And everyone.
Even Nimue. Even Nimue.
We have no slaves. We look after ourselves when we travel.
Okay, respect Arthur. He don't have slaves.
Those that do have family barely see them. I'll never have a family. You say that now? No. My path is to be a warrior.
Durfel is like, period. I am going to fight. That's it. I ain't going to have nothing else. I'm going to fight. Nimue already rejected him.
If you were to join us, Durfel, you'd have to forget everything you've come to understand about warfare. Focus is everything. A strength of purpose. It's more beautiful than gold. Admit it.
I don't notice where I am, just the people I'm killing. You work on instincts. That's how you make your decisions. Your head, it just needs time to catch up.
Who are these these people?
Where are you coming from?
Khalifa. Saxons ambushed us.
Oh, is this Owain's people?
It was a massacre.
Oh my goodness. Them Saxons something else. So are those Owain's people, I'm assuming? Because they said Owain was out in Calava fighting Saxons.
Let's get some blankets! We need more rushes and blankets!
Okay, so yeah, that was Owain's people. The bros!
Arthur.
He's back!
Didn't even have time to form a shield wall.
Oof.
Do you think they were warned? We were coming.
No one else knew. Just Uther, myself.
You can lay us now.
That's possible, I suppose.
Ooh, he don't know. Ooh. Everybody want to kill Gouleas.
My father placed his faith in you. It's not me that rules this country.
What are you talking about? I don't rule Dumnonia.
While Mordred is a child, you and Bedwin rule.
All I can do is tell you what I believe. If you kill Gunleus, you cleave this country wide open.
Vengeance is the way of things.
Maybe the way of things has to change. Gorvith could use Gunleus' death as an excuse to attack us. We aren't prepared.
So that's why he's keeping Gouleas alive. He don't want to fight with Gorfith and the Saxons.
But there is no earthly reason why he should be allowed to stay in there, in the king's chamber, with his woman.
Give me the king, Arthur.
Well, I really would quite like to, seeing as how you're a killer of women and children.
A load of wine, always such an entrance.
Boy, I'm gonna take something even more precious.
Are they gonna make him assault her? I mean, I don't blame Owain. Like, how are you gonna allow him to be held prisoner in your father's room? Like, I understand like wanting him to be in prison because you want to keep him alive because you don't want to fight Gorfid, but like in the king's room, Arthur, come on, bruh.
Morgan will keep her close. If you'll have me.
Well, if you'll forgive me, believing you to be banished alone.
Nothing to forgive.
It wasn't your fault, Owain. His father was a butthole. So they got surrounded by enemies, essentially. They have a few allies, but the Saxons are very powerful.
The Lord says we repay evil with blessing. He tells us to find forgiveness within us. And let me help you find a path to acceptance.
And they just got her out and about. Then boy said, not on my watch. Said, give me my necklace back.
Gunleus made me wear it. I'm coming for both of you. Still living, he'll watch as I sacrifice his beating heart to the gods.
Oh, it's a little graphic. Nimue say, I want blood, period.
I know, it doesn't make it any easier.
He severed me from who I am. I need my revenge. I'd prefer to have a spear pierce my heart than live like this.
Arthur looking at the bigger picture, like I said, a couple of times already. But there's individuals that have, personal things.
Father!
You're dreaming, Enid. You're dreaming.
Her dad died. Don't care for her too much, Durful. Arthur done told you cannot have, a boo thing. Nimue just be popping up out of nowhere. Nimue plotting. She plotting.
You have to help me. You're
promised you it. Gundleus must die.
Hey, Durfal's now he's stuck in a pickle. It's, you know, he cares for Nimue, which Arthur said you can't care for people. But he's a warrior. He can't be, you know, involved in all of this personal affair.
Hey.
The Frenchman.
Gorvud is fortifying his border towns between Powys and Dumnonia. He's doubling his efforts in his mines, now making weapons.
That means a full-scale invasion. Uther dies and Gorvud makes his move.
Yep. It's kind of what happens when kings die. And their heir is like an infant, a toddler. Not even a toddler, an infant.
Tell the tribe kings the call to the naming ceremony comes from myself and Bishop Bedwin.
And Arthur Pendragon.
Oh.
They'll come.
Oh, so Owain kind of feeling away about Arthur. Because Arthur was the one that suggested it, but he doesn't want people to know that.
Would Uther really want Arthur to be the Edlin King's protector? I mean, he never did call him back in from battle. Arthur's ambitious. Always has been. Was Merlin bred it into him?
The two of you can't be divided. We can't afford it.
Right. So Bishop Bedwin is like taking up for Arthur, and Owain's
Like
kind
our
of
Lord
supplanting
in the
him
corn
a
on
little
the
bit.
day of the Sabbath.
What are you talking about?
Arthur is in the fields.
He said, I don't know that Christian stuff.
A warrior in the fields with the people, collecting the harvest to protect us in time of war.
Arthur, man of the people. Arthur 2026, yo. Or 2025. What year is the president elected? I don't know. Arthur for president.
Is that it?
It's a bit pathetic. I could about double this amount in half the time.
Just ignore him.
Okay, they're all working together for the good of the people. Being a farmer.
The work look easy.
Not so sure about that.
I want to become one of his warriors.
They fighting over Durfal now? Well, Owain is, at least.
All right, listen, we'll train you up. I'll train you up myself, all right? But no more talk about leaving, do you understand me?
So Owain, he's like, in every little way, he's kind of like undermining Arthur. I doesn't want Arthur to get like a leg up, which, I mean, it's politics, I guess. But Durfal loves Arthur, so he's not going to want to stay with you, Owain.
One more. Amount of time you Christians spend on your knees. Doing only the devil knows what, mind.
We must eat.
Gundleus is in Uther's chamber. There's only one warrior who guards the door, but it's locked.
Nimue plotting. She's like, this is our moment. Everybody's eating. This is our moment to go kill Gundleus.
I have herbs to make him sleep, and you can give them to him. Why me? I can't get close to him, can I? Has to be you.
Durfal's like, you want me to do what?
The people are inspired by your example, Arthur.
Look at these men.
Arthur looking.
We shouldn't be fighting each other.
What's Arthur thinking? What's he thinking about?
Don't let her murder my lord.
I won't let anybody murder either of you. Are you married to King Gundleus? Even though you're not of the blood?
Who cares about blood?
Not me. I'd be a fine hypocrite if I did.
We are betrothed. He took me to Cly's Mound and had his druid bind us. Gorfis has a daughter, Cynwyn. He wants their marriage to bind Celeria and Powys.
Foreshadowing.
Is she beautiful?
She's young. Gundleus doesn't want the marriage, and he'd never let me go.
Little Arthur's brain is like click, 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 click.
Don't you hate us?
Hate is an emotion that weakens me.
He's run by thinking. He's thoughtful. He don't let his emotions get in the way. We're gonna see about that, Arthur. So his little brain's calculating. Oh, so he didn't want to marry who? All right, bet.
But this is not the swine.
But again, like, if what I heard correctly, what she said, that Cynwyn is the daughter of Gorfith, that's like different from the books. Cynwyn is somebody else's daughter in the books.
Lord Owain has said I must train with him.
Well, I won't fight Owain. Even for you, Derville.
I'd rather serve you.
He's a great warrior. And he loves war. I do not. I'm good at it.
Is he playing Mancala? Is that like a Britain version of Mancala?
We burned haystacks and we killed his people.
You gonna try to drug Arthur?
We did it not because we wanted to, but because it needed to be done. And we won. Do you really want me to drink that?
Lord, you asked for water.
Should I drink it, Derville?
Arthur, like, you ain't slick. I could, like, see you. Arthur's like, I see you. Like...
How did you know?
Nimue wants Gunleus dead. I knew she'd turn to you for help.
She's my best friend.
Oh.
She can't think of anything except him and what he
You
did
don't
to
have
her.
to explain. You need this.
Arthur said, I knew what this was. So he knows that means he knows what you're going to do, Derville and Nimue. Well, Nimue doesn't know that Arthur knows, but Derville knows.
Sorry.
You're sorry.
She said, yeah, you are sorry.
Go. What has he suffered?
It's as easy to divide a country as it is to cut up this apple. The hard task is putting it back together. Dumnonia shares its harvest. In exchange, we take furs from you, tin from Kurnow, copper from Powys. Every tribe has equal worth.
This country's never been equal. Dumnonia demands fealty.
Dumnonia must change its ways. We can't just take what we want when we want.
So what do you suggest?
Council of Kings.
Impossible.
It's essential. Unless you want your children to grow up slaves. The Saxons watch while we kill each other, doing their work for them. Persuade your uncle to come to Mordred's naming ceremony.
He'll never come.
Tell him we'll pay double what my father did for his copper. And we'll buy the weapons he's making to fight the Saxons, not each other.
We won't travel for days to honor a puking baby.
The old ways are broken. It's time for something new. If he's not part of the council, he'll be completely isolated, and so will you. Bring him here.
Where's my woman?
Ladwith stays. And if you don't return with Gorvith, I'll kill her. Let him pass. Do as I say.
Open the gates!
A lot of people not going to be happy about this.
More ambitious than I thought. Ha!
Hard day of work, ain't it? Betraying all your friends, Arthur. They mad. Ooh, he mad. Big man. Wayne's big man.
You said Gunleus free.
He'll come back.
For what, Arthur? The pleasure of our company.
It is a risk worth taking. We cannot afford a war with Gorvith.
You didn't even consult us.
So this is my responsibility. If the plan fails, you can both remain as Mordred's protectors.
And what about you?
My men and I will leave.
That don't help anything, Arthur.
I don't understand you. I need to think. Be back in time for Mordred's naming ceremony.
Where are you going?
To collect the tax Cadmus owes us. Dumnonia's gonna need it.
We're fighting wars on two fronts.
Gunlay is free. I can't stay here. I've lost my path, Devil.
Saddle your horse. Where are we going? Tax collection.
I want to come with you. I can't stay here alone.
Claude, can I?
And he saw everybody else had their little boo thing.
Your plan better work, brother. Or we're all lost.
That's from the trailer. Remember that? Thumbnail. All right, that's a wrap. That is episode 3. So some just big things that I noticed. No Merlin, which is consistent with the books. So Merlin isn't around at all throughout the first half of this book. So if you're a non-book reader and you're like, where the heck is Merlin? He just kind of left. He's not anywhere in this story at all at this point. You can definitely tell with this episode, they are planting the seeds of the division that's going to be between Owain and Arthur. You definitely see that. And like, at least from the TV show adaptation, the book, you kind of understand why Arthur is making these decisions. And why Owain is kind of upset. From this TV show adaptation, it makes sense. Like, yo, like this man is literally trying to overthrow us, Gunlaeus. And you're just willy-nilly, hey, let's have him in your father's, the former king's bedroom, no less, after he literally tried to take his kingdom, and you're going to have him in his bedroom as a prisoner when we have prisons that you can put him in. Like, what? So I can understand why Owain would be mad about that. Then you let him go. It doesn't matter. And you're supposed to be like, this 3 people head of Dumnonia, where you all 3 kind of come together and make decisions. And now you're making decisions to give up our biggest prisoner by yourself without consulting us. Like, I can see why Owain would be upset. So, you know, Arthur acting kind of funny. And like, I get his point. Like, he's looking at the larger picture. Like, look, we cannot fight both Gorfyd and the Saxons. So we need to make peace with Gorfyd no matter what. No matter what, we need to make peace with him, because at the end of the day, he is a native to this land and the Saxons are not. He sees that picture. And they're looking at it from a perspective of, and when I say they, I mean Nimue, Owain, basically everybody but Arthur. They're looking at it from a perspective of, this man just ransacked, he killed our queen. He thought he killed our king. Like, he's not an ally, period. Like, period, Arthur. He's not an ally, period. And Arthur's kind of getting into that point of, or getting into that thought process like his father had with, like, hey, we gotta trust him because, you know, yada, yada, yada. You see, when your father trusted him, it didn't work out. What do you think is gonna happen with you? So, it is what it is. Arthur, but he's thinking, I can rationalize why he's making these decisions. And I can rationalize why Owain's making these decisions. And it's going to be interesting to see next episode, because I want to see how they're going to depict certain things that happen with Owain in this next episode that's going to come up. So we'll see how that happens. I don't want to spoil anything for if you haven't read the books, so I'll just leave it at that. They didn't really show it like in the books. Owain, he just like assaults. I forget her name, was like Laedwis, whatever. Gunlaeus' baby mama, his wifey, fiance thing. He like assaults her like a lot while they're imprisoned. And like Owain's not really like a good guy. Like in the show, he's kind of like, he makes sense. Like, I think everything that he's done so far has made sense. It's not like irrational or anything. But in the books, he's kind of, he a wild boy. I'll just say that. He a wild boy. And he like assaults her a lot, and like I think Gunlaeus can like hear it because it's not too far away or something like that. So yeah, I'm glad they didn't show that. They just have her prisoner. They have him prisoner. We don't need that. We don't need to see that as much. Nimue is not. She is like, I am going to get my revenge. I don't care about the bigger picture, Dumnonia, Britain, the Saxons. I don't care about none of that. I am getting my revenge. This man came to my home, Avalon, destroyed it, killed our queen, assaulted me, you know, like killed everybody, all of our friends and stuff. I don't care about none of that stuff. I want my revenge, period. So, I mean, you can't be mad at her either. Like, and she tried to use Durful, and Arthur was like, I knew Nimue would try something. So, if you want to set Gunleus free, then go ahead and do it. But you know there's going to be bigger consequences. So, you definitely can see how Durful is being more and more influenced, and wanting, I think that's the thing, wanting to be more loyal to Arthur than to Nimue or Owain. So it's going to be interesting to see how he kind of gets pulled in closer and closer to Arthur and his band of warriors. Because right now it looks like he's with Owain, and he's going to go with Owain to Powys to collect taxes. I'm not going to say anything about that until next episode, but I think this is a pretty good adaptation to what's happening in the books. I mean, it's not exact, but of course nothing's going to be exact. It's going to be interesting to see kind of how they keep doing it. So I think this was solid. I think this was really just a sort of a plot building episode. So there's not a lot of, you know, big battles or fighting. They're really setting up the stage for building this story out. So solid episode, I would say. I'm very excited to see next episode next week. And make sure that you guys like and subscribe if you like this video. If you like any of my other reactions, I'm currently reacting to Marvel's Daredevil, the John Wick series. So if you're interested in that, make sure to like and subscribe and follow along for more reactions. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.